Hey everybody, it is June 8th, 2019, 5:27 p.m. This is episode 502. I went here with a real lowbrow humor cartoon today. I thought of these three ideas and this morning, and I woke up kind of late for me. It was close to 8, and I think I finished this about around 10. My counter timer says I only spent like 45 minutes on it. I had this one idea about someone sitting, in a bar and with a kind of chemtrails type person, and just believing there was a deep state that kept the moon, the information that the moon and the bars and Mars were the same, and just going crazy. And that idea doesn't sound like it was worked out because it wasn't. And then I had another one of some aliens looking to see which end to probe on Trump, but then they decided that they were both the same. Yeah, that one didn't really work out either. Then I thought of this, and I thought this is just silly and it's goofy. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It's good for just a light laugh on a Saturday, right? The cartoon has about 200 shares just from my Facebook profile alone. That's just Facebook. It's done pretty well on Instagram and Twitter too. I think everybody likes calling Trump an anus. And my friend JP says that everything old is new again, and I brought it back. So I'll take that. That's pretty cool. As you see, this video is only like 4 minutes and 40 seconds. We went to Amanda, Olivia, and I went to a food festival today, and it was really pretty cool. You buy these tickets and you sample throughout the whole thing, and we sampled a whole bunch of different junk. And I am worn out. Amanda's worn out. Olivia's still going, like at 98 miles an hour. But now she's kind of calmed down, but she's still going. Walking her up and down that sidewalk for 3 hours did nothing. Nothing, I tell you, nothing. And then we had some protein that was really, really bad in the world's worst waiter. So anyway, that was my day. Let's do some shout outs. Ariel was talking about, she's the only one who commented on the last one, and she talked about the whole goober kicking thing, was someone doing the same cartoon. And then she talked about how I said that no one really steals in this business, but she thinks in the past I said that someone has stolen from me. People do steal in the business, but it's pretty rare, and I think that's why I say no one really steals in the business. I'd say the majority of political cartoonists don't steal other ideas, but every single political cartoonist has the same idea as somebody else throughout their career. It happens to us several times a year, to each and every single one of us. To some of us, it happens rare. It's more rare that it happens. But there are people in the business who do swipe something. Some guys are really, really kind of smooth about it. They know how to do it without making it obvious. And a lot of times you can be like, oh, well, what a coincidence. But whenever those people have the coincidences all the freaking time, then you're just like, come on, man, cut it out. And there have been a couple of people in the business who were just flagrantly bad about it. They didn't just like swipe an idea; they swiped the entire drawing. It looks just like the other guy's cartoon. Or sometimes they'll even take somebody else's cartoon and use it for another cartoon, but they copied the people or the set and the scenery and the surroundings. That was something that that has come up a few times, and it's just really shocking. I think you're just so surprised that somebody does it. It's kind of hard for you to acknowledge that it's real, because it's like seeing an alien. Like that's not real, right? But it has happened, and a couple people over the last like maybe 10, 15 years have lost their jobs because of it. A cartoonist in Tulsa lost his job for it, and a cartoonist in Columbus, Ohio, several years ago lost his job for it. Columbus, Ohio just laid off the cartoonist. That's not that guy. He was the one who replaced the last one that did that. So. That's Nate Beeler, who was just laid off, and no, he didn't. He was not fired for selling cartoons. Just want to make that clear. He was fired, laid off with 2 other cartoonists in that same chain. Anyway, that's all the shout outs I'm giving today. Well, I gave it to Ariel. I didn't cover everything that she talked about, but we only had 4 minutes, and then I talked about other junk. I had to talk about the pool team that we had, which is terrible. Click the red button, subscribe, and leave a comment, give a shout out.